Hey, friends. Welcome
Hey.
to Candidly Speaking with Chelle and Kelle. I'm Kelle and
I'm Chelle.
Chelle.
I'm not Chelle. I'm Eric. Hi.
He's Eric. Eric Bam, the man.
Excited to be here. Thank you for having me. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Our Michelle's not feeling well today, so Eric has kindly he offered to stand in her, be in her place and help me muddle through this show.
Well, I'm going to be muddling, not you. This is your show, so I'm just excited to be here. Julie's got crowns. You've got crowns.
I got my crown on.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm the only one that doesn't have a crown, but it's all right. So
first of all, we're going to talk about our sponsors. Can't forget that. First one is, there she goes. Maybe she'll be back.
She'll be back.
Goodwin Graphics, and he is our sponsor, our newest sponsor. He's at cottonfeelsgood.com. Ronnie Goodwin is an amazing man, amazing businessman, and if you need anything printed, he's your guy.
Ron Goodwin sent this to me when the pandemic first started. I still have it. I think about Ron Goodwin every day right there.
That's awesome. I have one of his. Do you have one of his coins?
I do. I do have it. It's right here on my desk. So
yeah, mine's right over there. I can't read
I love Ron. He's a handsome man too.
He is.
Handsome man.
And then we have Blue Sky Video Productions. Bruce is our producer, live stream strategist, the guy that makes all this magic happen, because I am not capable and neither is Michelle. I don't know if you are, Bam, if you could do this.
No, clearly not.
Yeah,
I can talk. I can't do all this stuff, this magic.
So he is the magic behind our show.
Yep.
And finally, Cards That Wow, which is me.
Yes.
And not only do I do Cards That Wow, I am creating this year. I do cards, but I did Eric's cards. And you got some pretty good responses from those.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was going to talk about tonight if we get a moment. So yeah, definitely.
Sure. Well, I'm just talking about, instead of sending a Valentine card this year, how about a beautiful frame to your loved one?
Ooh, I love that.
And it can be personalized. I don't know if you can see that.
It's beautiful.
Be mine, Emily.
Can you scent it as well? Like put a little scent?
I could.
And a condom?
That could be in the
Oh, wait. Sorry, that's the guy show. I'm sorry. That's a different show. This is Kellen's show. My bad. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's why you're here, Eric, because I love
Sorry.
it. So do you want to talk about your card real quick?
Yeah, I do. I've started, I'm subscribing now to picking up cards, and this is Pizza Eric, as you can see. And I've started sending one out every day, Monday through Friday. And, the results to them are really great. I've got people calling saying, hey, I literally had a guy call me yesterday and say, hey, I got your card in the mail, and can we talk about business? And and I'll tell you, I'm trying as best I can to send them with expecting nothing in return. Right. Just send them and write something very heartfelt. And as I told you, one of the funny things is I find myself writing in chicken scratch, cursive, and hieroglyphics, but I'm getting better at it. How do you get better at things that you aren't used to doing? You just keep doing it. And so I love these. My customers love when they get them. It's just, if you're not doing something like these from Kellen, you're missing the boat. It's old school, and people love old school. We remember getting handwritten notes. I used to get handwritten like letters from Nana, and they always had a buck in them. I'm not putting a buck in these, but they're gorgeous and they're perfect, and people are keeping them. And it's just different. And we've got, in the world we live in now in sales, we've got to find ways to be different. I think we've always felt like that, but we've got to continue to be different. So these are awesome.
Well, we're always trying to be different with digital and videos, but sometimes you got to go back to the old fashioned and
old school stuff still works. There's no doubt about it. No doubt.
So now it's your turn, Eric, about subscribing and sharing.
Oh yeah, this is where
this is new. I got a prompt.
Michelle would say, hey, Bruce, put the link down here. Please, like, share, comment, share this out. If you're watching live right now, just hit the share button and say, hey, watch this clown. He's an idiot. He's on this girl show, but watch the show. It's fun. And so please subscribe, to the YouTube channel. So was that okay?
You did that perfectly.
Thank you.
Yeah. So our guest, we have an amazing guest. She is a beauty queen extraordinaire in my eyes. She was Miss Mexico. She was Miss California. She was Miss Curvy California, which I'm really excited about.
I love curves.
Yeah, well, guys usually do. I've learned that. Learned that.
You're curvy. I've seen that.
So, do you want to introduce her, Eric, or do you?
No, go. You introduce.
Because I told you I wanted you to do it, so I wouldn't.
I want you to introduce.
I'll say Julie Armadillo, and that's not.
I can only think armadillo now, and I apologize. So, Bruce, put Julie
Bring
up.
Julie on.
Too much fun.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi. Hello, it's Julie Delgadillo.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Julie
it's okay.
Armadillo. I'm sorry, Julie. I just like,
It's
you know.
all right.
Fault.
I've been called worse. I've been called better. I've been called, just Julie. Julie's
Yeah.
great.
We're gonna call you Julie.
That's cool.
You're
That's
just
cool.
loved. And I met you in Clubhouse, didn't I?
Yes. Ooh, yes.
So
yes,
a lot of
yes,
our
yes.
No,
guests
she
I've
lost
met.
an earring. Oh,
No, it was an earbud.
Oh,
We're good.
is that Ruby Doo?
Yeah, that's Ruby at the door yelling, "Let me in."
Let her in.
It's
Let
not
her
even
in.
3 yet, but hey, I want to kick this off. I just did as much of a deep dive as I could in like 5 minutes, and on Instagram. And one of the things that you had a post about, and I love this, right? Confidence isn't they will like me. Confidence is I'll be fine if they don't.
Absolutely.
And being voted, winning most curvy and all that. I mean, like you have to have a lot of that, right? Just I don't want to say don't care. We have to care what people think, and probably the people closest to us, but we care so much and worry so much about what people on a free app on our phone think about us, right? And it's so freaking stupid. But can you talk about that quote and what it means to you?
Absolutely. I learned. So when I first decided to re-enter pageantry, because I did pageantry as a girl,
Yep.
and I got back involved probably in my late 20s, early 30s, I was so nervous, and I said, "Oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it." And I got some criticism, and I finally just said, "You know what? I'm going to do it." Because at the end of the day, the only person who's responsible for me and pays my bills and pays my way is Julie Delgadillo. So I decided to do it. And I'm like, I have to. If I don't, because I want to show others that if I can do it, you can do it too. I always consider myself a do it first leader, and confidence only comes from the things that you conquer. So
yeah. I don't want to like talk too much, but I'm here and I've had a glass of wine. But
okay.
I have a 24-year-old son, and we've had a lot of conversations about the earlier that you can learn to be A, comfortable in your own skin, and B, not care what anyone else thinks about you, you will win in life faster, quicker, sooner, and better, right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to get Ruby here at the door because she wants in so bad. So
bring her in. Let's interview her.
And so another thing that I wanted to talk about, I'm wearing my crown, and this is legit.
I love it.
I was the homecoming and prom queen.
Where did you go to school?
It was Irving Crown High School in Carpentersville, Illinois.
Nice. Well, thank you for wearing that, and I'm really proud of you for being the homecoming queen.
I was a shock to me. Okay.
I'm not shocked whatsoever.
No, I mean, I was sitting there talking to my best friend Sherry, and they announced my name, and I'm still talking, and they're like, Kellen. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God.
Kellen, I just want to say thank you first for having this privilege of having me on your show, and I am really honored. And I know it's taken some time for me to get here, but thank you so much. I mean, I just love you, and I know you mentioned we met on Clubhouse, and for those of you who are not on Clubhouse yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. We've met some extraordinary people.
It's amazing the people I've met, and
yes.
you were so worth the wait, because that's why I kept trying because I had to have you on, because you have so many great messages. You have so many great messages. And one of them is to me, and it may not be like a main part of what you're talking about, but body image. And even like we were talking earlier, my daughter, she plays basketball. She's big. She's 6 feet tall. She's big. She's not a size 2.
Right.
And the pictures that she grew up, the girls in her classmates were these tiny little like twig things. And I kept trying to say, no, you're not weird. You're an athlete, and there's a difference. And and then when I heard, because you kind of let us know about the curvy thing without letting us know. You said there was something big happening, but it was a surprise. And when I saw it on Facebook, that was the minute I knew you had to be on the show, because I just loved what that all meant. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh my gosh. For a while I wasn't sure. I'm like, do I really want to go back into pageantry again and do this? And I just decided, I need to represent women who are not a size 8, who are above a size 12, a size 14, and really embrace that and be who I am, and show that if I could do this, you can do this too, no matter what size you are, no matter how tall you are, no matter how short you are. and I rock it. I really own my title. I represent it well. Not just that title, every title I've had, but just being a woman, embracing my curves. Because if I don't show the confidence that I have in who I am, the younger generation and the girls that are even, the girls and the women in my circle won't rock theirs. And I'm all about rock who you are, empower yourself. I think it's important.
No, it is. It's very important. And it's a beautiful message. And it's been too long. It's been too long for that message to get out. So
I have a guy question.
Yeah.
So like at pageants, the whole kind of walking like this, like walk with like attitude, like that's hot and like how much work does it take to do that? I mean, I'm sure it's work, right? You don't just get up there and like boom, like that, like with attitude. Like how much work do you put into that?
It's a lot. I can tell you that the first time I signed up for a pageant, it was, I think, 3 months right before I was going to compete. And they were like, okay, you got to go to training. And I'm like, training? What training do I need to go to? I can walk in heels. I've done this my whole life.
Right.
No, there's a certain way you walk. And it's like every weekend, even every evening, doing it's pageant season, it's time, it's go time. You have to really prepare anywhere from 6 to 9 months to be ready to go. And it doesn't always mean that you're going to win the crown. It just means you're going to be the best that you can be. And the best thing that you can do is show up for yourself, no matter what.
Right.
So did you see the movie, that one with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
Where she's an FBI agent. What is it called? Miss Congeniality.
Yes.
Is it really like that?
Yes and no.
Like he would swipe food out of her hand, and she had to practice walking. And I mean,
I think that's why I'm a curve, because I don't really care about what being on a diet and getting right. I'm gonna embrace the curves that I have. I see you've got my Instagram up there. Awesome. You can follow me at SheConquersTheWorld.
And that's the name of your Instagram, right?
That's my Instagram, yes.
Are you on TikTok as well?
I am. Am I on TikTok? Yes, I think I am.
Okay.
Also, everything for SheConquersTheWorld. I'm just not very active. I think
so you're doing something for a nonprofit to build houses in Mexico, right? Can you talk about that?
So I'm the executive director of an organization called Corazón Inc. We're both here in the United States and also Comunidad Corazón in Mexico. And we build homes and we build leaders in Mexico. And it's been about 40 years that the organization's been up and running. It's just such an incredible organization. We build houses, building leaders, scholarships for anyone who wants to go to school, enrolls in a program. We put them through school, whether it's anywhere from preschool, kindergarten, all the way up to college and beyond. So if you're a parent that wants to go back to school, we will also put you through school. How
did you get involved in that?
I applied. I applied for the job, actually. So no, I didn't start it. No.
Okay.
So in pageantry, we're a heart of service, and everything we do is for most of what you do is for service and really being involved. And through that, I've done a lot of fundraising, and it really builds my fundraising muscle. And so I got into a nonprofit about 20 years ago, and little by little, inched my way into an executive director seat, and I love it. I love it. I love being of service and being able to make a difference in our community in everything I do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do they still do swimsuit stuff, or did you do that? Was that was that for you like an insecurity of, like, hey, I'm just curvy and to be out there, to just put yourself out there? I mean, like, look, if I just like stood here in a bathing suit, like I would feel awkward. Like it's gotta that's back to that whole, like, I don't care, like I'm doing me, right?
Yes, but let me tell you. So when I first signed up for a swimsuit with the pageant with the swimsuit in it, I remember I signed up. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this, and I didn't read through it that it was swimsuit. I don't know how I missed that. And the next day, I read through it, and I was like, oh, there's a swimsuit. No way. I'm a size 14. There's no way. There's no way. I remember I cried, and I was like, I was just vulnerable. And I called the director, and I said, I don't know what to do. And she's like, do you? And I said, okay.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite brand of swimsuit?
Oh my goodness. I love the swimsuit for all that what's the model Ashley Graham created, because there are sizes, all kinds of sizes, and Venus, which is more of a pageant swimsuit as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a guy question. I'm sorry, Kellen. This is a guy question. Like you see like the the thing up the butt, even though it's probably like a full back cover the whole. You mean were you like in the swimsuit, like up the butt and like
I've done it.
with that?
I've done it
Like,
two
this
pieces.
is what guys want to know, Kellen.
I know my crown fell off.
Oh, it's okay. Just put it back on.
Did you?
So I've done two. I've done one with a full bottom, where
back,
a two-piece but full bottom, and then I've done one with just a one-piece swimsuit. And let me tell you, when I did the first one piece, that was the hardest one. When I did the two-piece, that wasn't as hard because I had already said, let's do this.
Yeah.
So if you're considering doing a pageant, just do it. You got nothing to lose.
Right.
So do you have to glue it to your butt?
They do. There's special spray or there's double-sided tape.
I was going to add, that was my next question. Like, do they like, do you glue to the butt or glue to the boobs and all that stuff? Like for,
You glue everything. So here's one of the tricks. So if in case anyone ever is in a pageant and you do a swimsuit and you tape or spray the glue spray on your bottom to hold your swimsuit up, make sure you leave that on when you put your gown on, because what's going to happen is you're going to rip it off and then the gown is going to stick to wherever the glue was.
Wait, there's spray glue?
There's spray glue, just like hairspray. Yes.
I use it for my
guys, Barry Butler said we want to know. Like, these are the things guys look at when they see a woman like on the runway. And, I get you put all this hard work and effort into your body and I get all that. But literally, we're like, all right, if she turns around, is that thing up her butt? We want to know. Right. And then, like, is it glued? And this is mind blowing that there's like spray glue.
Oh, yeah.
There's all kinds.
And Julie, I apologize for like that. My mind's going that way. And you're like, I want to talk about this thing in Mexico, but this is important to guys.
I know, I totally understand, but here's the thing: it's an education that I had to go through. So if you have daughters, you said, right?
Yeah.
So this might be something if they decide to do a swimsuit or they decide to do a costume.
Now they're not allowed to leave the house after this conversation. So,
well, if they need to do, for a costume for school, you want to make sure you stick it on, and if they take it off and put on another gown or something, it might scrunch up, and then you're like, why isn't it? You got to make sure keep whatever you have on and put whatever on over it.
So what crown? You got 2 or 3 crowns there. What crowns did you wear? Did you win?
I did not win this. This was my crown for representing California. I competed for the Miss what title was it? The Miss United States.
So you won Miss California.
I was Miss California, yes, and then so this is my crown.
I'm having crown envy.
No, don't. I'll send you a crown. Send me your address.
That's impressive. I like that crown. So that's my favorite.
Beautiful.
For the Mrs. Globe. And then this actually no one has really seen because it hasn't really been announced. I'm going to receive a lifetime title with the pageant system. I can't say who.
That's my girl right there.
This is my crown. This is one of the contenders for my crown. There's actually 2, and this is one of them.
Wow. So, this is like breaking news.
Yes. And so it's blue because this is blue was the color of my gown when I first won my first pageant, and it's been kind of my color, and I was going to wear it today, but I was like, I'm going to wear green, but it matched with my wall.
Okay.
So, yes.
Woo, look at that.
Different titles.
Awesome. I wonder, like I said, I'm thinking about all this from a guy's standpoint. I think guys just think women just show up and they just look beautiful and we're idiots, right? Like, there's so much work that goes into all this, and we're idiots.
Yes.
We're like, oh, like, she's beautiful, and like, and I don't want to discount. Like, I don't want to discount also the guy can just like, oh, she's attractive, right? But at the same time, I think we don't understand all the work and time and effort and thought and care and mind and soul that goes in and money. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
And definitely money. It's one of the things that I learned. Pageantry is like golf. It's a hobby. It's a hobby that you have to perfect. You have to practice. You have to practice your speaking, practice your interviewing, make sure that your paperwork is typed and legible and you can edit it correctly. You have 3 or 4 eyes looking at it. It's your resume. It's who you are, because you're essentially applying for a job that it's a volunteer-based internship, really is what it is. But you have the ability to do so much. It's not like the Miss America or the Miss Universe where that's a job for them. This, in any other pageant, it really is a volunteer position where you go on and you really better yourself in your community and raise money and invest in yourself and your community.
Have you been noticed out by any like little girls or anything? They're like, oh my gosh, that's Julie. And mind blown a little bit.
In my hometown when I first won, yes, because I know I'm a little bit of a tell everybody, but by the way, I miss California. And so, and I would carry my crown and my sash everywhere, no matter where I went.
I would too.
I would too.
Yeah, the year
There's
that
no
I won.
room at this restaurant for me.
I could be voted
Here's your
Mr.
seat.
Kellen Shell, and I'm wearing that badge like everywhere, So are you kidding me?
Yes, the year that I won, I traveled up and down the state, visited about 62 different not cities, different organizations.
Yeah.
And then I did about 140 schools
Yeah.
in like 5 different counties. And then luckily at the time I worked for a nonprofit organization where I traveled. So I traveled throughout the country, and I always took my crown and took my sash. Let's go. We're going.
What was
Did
it?
that get you free food?
It got me a lot of things. A lot of free stuff.
Like
so the first thing that I got invited to, probably the weekend after I got crowned, was I got invited to the Beverly Hills Hotel to be the MC for an organization. And I was like, can someone give me some talking notes? I know nothing about the organization. They were just like, go, you'll figure it out. They gave me a quick intro on the organization in the car on the way there. I was like, okay, let's go.
That happened to me tonight. That's why I'm here.
I love it. You never know where the invitation is going to come from. Yes. And just, the other thing is you become a spokesperson, not only for yourself, but for the organization, for whatever your cause is. I'm a hunger relief advocate. I've been one for over 12 years. And I'm always willing to say, we know what it's like to skip a meal or have Starbucks, or, skip a meal and have Starbucks or coffee for breakfast when there's families out there that are maybe down the street from one of us that have to choose between, do I pay the light bill or do I feed my children? So those are some of the things.
One of the things our group has done for Christmas the last couple of years, we've done coats, right? And so I donated, I collected and donated 70 coats to this. It's called Mercy Mission, and it's incredible. Like, this is in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and there's a need. And I say this like a lot. Like, we think we want to fix the world, but the reality is we've got hunger and we've got people that need coats, like in our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We don't realize it. We think
Yes.
it's like a third world thing. And it's not. It's happening right in my backyard, your backyard, and your backyard. And it's such a miss just as society that we think that doesn't happen around here.
So Eric, just tell the story about when you brought one coat in and said, I have some coats to
Yeah, that was last year. I walked in with like a couple of coats and I said, hey, I've got some coats to donate. And they're like, oh, that's cute. And I said, oh, I got a couple more. Let me go get them. So I come back in with like 5 or 6 more. And she's like, oh, okay, thanks. I said, oh, I've got more. And she said, how many coats do you have? I'm like, oh, I've got like 120. And she's like,
I love it.
And I'm like, yeah, I got a lot of coats. And so actually kind of cool. I delivered coats again this year, and I'm going to my first board meeting for Mercy Mission next week. They've asked me to be the board of directors. So I have
congratulations
to give and to want to help, because I think that stuff's important. And
awesome.
I think sometimes the older you get, you get a little more perspective on that too. And I'm the oldest of this group by far, but you get a little more perspective and understanding. So can we go back to this whole, I want to
you want to talk about glue in the butt and stuff?
No, but I do want to talk about like when you're on the catwalk, right? And you're walking, like, do you like flash eyes at a judge and be like, boom, like that? Like, what's up, sucker? Like, I need
sometimes you just grab the eyes of either the judge. Always look at your judges, no matter what. Smile and look at the judges. That's the one thing we're yelling if I'm coaching someone or if I'm on stage, like, smile and look at the judges, because you never know. That one judge, you could miss that glance and that could be docking points.
Right.
And also your audience. Don't forget the audience. You got to look.
Right. Because you want them like excited and yelling.
I want them excited. I want them to feel like they came to root for me, even though I'm competing against their sister, daughter, or friend.
Right.
I want them to be like, okay, well, if it's not going to go to my person, I want it to go to her.
Have you seen anybody like bust ass on the catwalk, just like turn and down they go?
Oh, I've seen it all. I've seen the wrong girl being crowned. Yeah, I've seen the wrong girl being crowned.
I can see Kellen falling, hurting an ankle, and crawling off and waving to people, and people would love her for it. So I can totally see that.
But it's one of the things is that when it does happen, because it does happen, the girl just gets right back up. Either someone helps her, she gets herself back up, and the audience is like, it didn't happen. Like, let's go, game face.
Yeah, you got that, and I would almost guess in some respects that poise and that just holding yourself together can be somewhat of a greater thing than just like, oh, no one even noticed her.
Right?
Oh, Bruce has a video of himself falling on the catwalk, so I'm sure he's
there we go.
Well, there's my pageant blooper right there. I went backstage to grab my sash, and I grabbed Miss Michigan sash, and I went to go take pictures on the red carpet with the wrong sash. And I didn't, nobody realized it until I was scrolling through my phone like, oh, I took the wrong pictures with the wrong sash.
That's hilarious.
That's another thing I
happened.
would do.
Where do you have the
happened.
biggest? Where do you have the biggest following? I know you're on Instagram. You're probably on Facebook. Do you have like a Facebook page, or are you just yourself? I mean, where do you have the most followers?
I would say my Facebook, my personal page, and then Instagram.
Right.
Between
And
the
you
two.
said you dabble in TikTok a little bit. Are you a social media person from that? Like, are you into it? Do you enjoy it, or do you like don't care? What's your thoughts?
I like Instagram. I really like it. I like watching the TikTok videos. So if someone is
I
out
do
there
too.
making videos, I appreciate you and keep doing it because I couldn't do it. But
Yeah.
I really enjoy watching them. I like LinkedIn as well. I think LinkedIn is a great place because
Yeah.
of my profession and being out there with nonprofits, educating people about the importance of giving and giving back. LinkedIn is a big platform for me as well. It's probably the biggest.
Yeah. If Bruce can pull back up that link to oh, that's okay. That's your LinkedIn.
My Linktree. That's my Linktree.
Your Linktree. Can
all my link.
Like Barry Butler is watching right now. I know
Barry's
Barry's a giver. Can Barry make a donation to your current
Corazón? Yes.
Corazón?
Yes.
Can you make a donation right there? You can make $25 donation like Barry.
Whatever you'd like, whether you'd like to make a 25 or 25,000, we'll take it.
Well, he might make 100,000. He's a baller. There's no telling. I love.
And we'll send you a thank you letter as well.
Barry, but
on one of my cards, right?
Yes. And actually, Kellen, thanks so much. She actually made our some of our cards for our bigger donors. They're going to get a card that it says Corazón with a heart. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for
because it means love, right?
It means heart. It's a heart. Corazón is a heart.
Okay,
it's a heart. Mm-hmm. Yes, I saw that earlier. That's beautiful. I love it.
I think there's fun making cards.
I think everyone needs a card. I love what you said earlier, Eric, about sending them it's like an old school thing. When I get mail that isn't a bill, a check, checks are great, but when I get letters or cards, I love that. I'm all about that. I had a girl in one of the pageant systems that sent us a thank you card at home, and I was shocked because I'd never received one of those. And I told her, I said, you went up to everyone in all the pageants that I've been in by doing that.
You know, at my old job, I used to interview people all the time for sales positions, and the second you leave the parking lot, like send me an email and tell me thank you, right? And if you want to like really like send me a card, and I realize I may not get it in the mail for 3 days, but those are the little things that make all the difference in the world.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you a little secret. When I was in sales, I knew I was going to see that day, and I had the cards already written. And as long as I talked to them, I mailed them that day. Can
I let you in on a little secret that I learned last week?
You tell me.
So I used to always like grab my glass of wine like this. Did you know actually you're supposed to drink it like that? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. See,
proper etiquette.
You probably take like elegance classes and etiquette classes. And
so if Emily posts,
I was like this, and who knows, and so if they over pour it and it's too full, you really can't pick it up. But you're supposed to hold. See, these are the things I learned in advance of being on this show.
And you're not supposed to, when you clink your glasses, you're not supposed to do that.
No. Why?
Because it's not proper etiquette.
Right.
Why? Why is that? Why?
That's what Emily Post says.
That's all I know.
She's dead, right?
Doesn't mean the rules are gone.
Well, rules change, right?
No, not Emily Post.
Oh.
Don't look at me like that, Eric. I've based my whole life on Emily Post. Okay.
In advance of being on the show, and Julie, I know you'll just appreciate this, right? In advance of being on the show, as a single man, men, if you're listening to this, I want to challenge you to do grab a loofah, right? Just grab a loofah, and you know what? I use a little this Old Spice, like what is Old Spice?
It smells great.
I bet you smell good.
Cracking guard, and you know what? For guys, like a little of this on here, hit your face, hit your elbows, your arms, your knees. Hey, Kellen, you're laughing, but Julie,
I don't know. I just love you.
You want your face to feel like just like pow, like really good. Holy crap! get a loofah and change your freaking life. And you know what? If you use something like this, you'll smell really great when you get out of the shower. Like I get out of the shower sometimes, I just want to touch myself. I smell so good. So I'm just saying, like, I know what the show's about. So
It is. No, it's all about that.
Fellas, just get you a little loofah. It doesn't have to be purple lavender like this, but get you a loofah. Julie's shaking her head. She knows. Julie, you're married, right?
I'm not married.
Okay. But you want a guy that loofahs his face and gets clean, right?
We love the loofah. Good, clean, right? Everything.
Yeah. Yes. Get the elbows.
It's okay to exfoliate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. This is all on purpose. I'm just saying.
It's perfect.
Julie, do you just love him?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Julie, I'm a really good kisser too. Kellen,
look at you.
I can't attest to that.
I think this is becoming the spicy hour.
Well, we're in the evening. That's why we have the evening show.
That's why I was invited. Just bring the heat.
So it can go that way. So,
Kellen, this is your show. I'm just sidetracked.
I forgot what I was going to ask. You got me all miffed about the loofah.
Well, I have another question that I wrote down to ask Julie. Julie, I find like you strike me as a very successful woman, and you've like done pageants, and what you're doing now, and you're very successful. And I find that people are successful there's one of two things. They're either hardwired to just like, I'm going to kill it, or they're super insecure about something. So is it one or the other for you? And if it is, you're super insecure, what insecurities drive you? And I've got insecurities that drive me every day. Are there some that drive you?
What insecurity? The insecurity of not being able to have a great closet and good things in my, and money in my
great
to
answer.
be able to get gas to go places and to be able to provide for myself and my family.
Right. Well, yeah, paycheck is and
Absolutely.
providing is a great insecurity, right?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's opportunity everywhere. And I tell, I coach women in their career, early in their career. And I tell them, if you want a job and there's something out there better than what you have now, go apply. The least you can do is apply, because if you get it, you're going to give yourself a raise, hopefully. And ladies, don't be afraid to negotiate, because only 7% of women negotiate their salaries. So do not be afraid to negotiate.
I love the thing you just said. You said opportunity is everywhere. You know what? The people that say there's no opportunity, you know what? They're not looking for it.
Not at all.
And it's much like if you go buy a red Corvette, you'll see red Corvettes everywhere. If you're looking for opportunity, you'll see opportunity. And I love what you said. Like I said, I've got 2 little girls in the house right now. And I, it bewilders me still that we have to, I'll back up a little bit. There was in the last 3 or 4 years, they announced a new president or CEO of Yahoo. And it was such a big deal that she was a female. And I'm like, you know why we make it such a big deal? Because it's a big deal. But when are we get to the point where it's like, well, this is Susie Smith and she's now the CEO? Who cares? Like, I care, but we shouldn't care. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Like that bothers me. And it bothers me because I have 2 little girls that I don't want them to have a glass ceiling. I want them to be like, no, we're here to do whatever we want. And the other thing you said is negotiate, right? Because you know what? I don't like women are, I know a bunch of women that are far more talented than me, right? Than I've ever been or ever will be. And they should make way more money than I do. And they probably don't. And some of it is because not because they don't negotiate, but they almost like have this like mindset, like, well, let's take whatever I get. Screw that. Go get what you want.
Yeah, get what you deserve.
Everywhere. You do.
Absolutely.
You know what? You don't deserve it any more than I do unless you're more qualified. But women deserve it. They deserve it because they're good. They're freaking awesome. That stuff drives me a little crazy.
One of the things I read in an article was that men will apply if the job description that has 10 things, women will apply if they have 9, men will apply if they only have 4 qualifications. So
wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What is this about, Bruce? I'm not even sure what we're watching. Why we're watching Jason Bourne.
For badass women.
Badass. Okay, badass women. I just like I know a lot of badass women, and most of them are probably underpaid for what they do, and they give every bit as much, and they're every bit as good and every bit as qualified, and it drives me a little crazy. It's just hey, life's not fair, but you also have to step up and go take what you want. You made that comment. You negotiate for more, ask for more. You don't get what you don't ask for.
That's so true.
By the way,
so true.
Did I mention this? for men.
So men, go get that. And
Yes.
Old Spice, if you want to sponsor
Please.
Kellen.
This
Please.
smells really good, by the way. Just saying.
It does.
It does. This came straight out of my shower.
Let's see. Let's smell it. Let's smell it.
Well, I mean, I can.
Perfect.
Yeah, it smells really
So
good.
Old Spice, please consider a sponsorship.
Yes,
Same.
that's Old Spice
That's
and Ogre wine.
We got Goodwin Graphics. We got. I was having whiskey the other day. But
we'll make them a card.
I will. I make everybody a card. Everyone I talk to, I make a card. It's fun.
Yes, loofah sponge is safe for your face, Barry. I use it about twice a week, and I'm like seriously, like I face and just all over, tingly parts, everything, and it feels good. My face feels so much better after I use it.
This might be a good segue for moisturizer.
Yes, do it, Bruce. Hit us with the moisturizer.
This is a fan favorite section of the show. Miss Julie, what is your moisturizer of choice?
So right now, my moisture of choice is this Arbonne. Plug for Arbonne. There's a link in my bio. It's a new product that I can't. Clearly, I'm over 30 and I need reading glasses. But this moisturizer is amazing. I don't know what's in it because I can't tell you because I can't read it. But it's just.
Does it have a smell?
It's good. There's no smell, and it doesn't. You know how sometimes moisturizers have retin-A in them? This doesn't have retin-A. It has a chemical, not a chemical, a mineral in it that's supposed to help you lighten and really nourish your face. But the one thing that I like is that it has sunscreen that doesn't irritate my eyes, and that's why I like it.
Very nice.
So, and there's a day cream and a night cream.
Do you know what guys like?
What do guys like?
Guys like when they go out and let's say the girl's got like a shirt kind of buttoned down to here, and I don't know what that little sparkly stuff is. They might.
I have that.
Oh, guys, we like that.
That's
like a fish to a freaking fishing lure, man. We love that.
It's Terry Mugler, and it's their angel dust.
Oh, you just see it, and you're just like, oh.
Although my dust, the sparkle you see on me is from the cards.
Wow, right?
It's glitter.
Like I see that, and I just want to jump into her blouse, and not like for that. Just like it's just super attractive. Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Kellen's like rethinking if she asked me to be on this show tonight. So.
Oh no, I'm not. I love you, Eric. You know that.
Julie, what else is going on in your world? What's on your mind that you would like to talk about?
Yes, this is yours.
Like what's going on in your day today?
Oh my gosh, today was a crazy day. So in Mexico, we're actually renting a new office for my team. I have a team of 6 there, and I look forward to it. I'm in Mexico once a week, but don't tell nobody. I'm in Mexico once a week, and I'm in usually Baja and in Tecate and Tijuana, and either building homes, preparing leaders. And that's basically just really getting them a new community center and a new office to make sure that the community is supported as well. What else is going on? I'm also launching a new coaching group, Step Into Your Confidence, and it's going to be pretty amazing. We'll consider you. You can apply. You have to apply. And
are you a reader? Are you reading or audiobook? What are you reading right now?
Oh my goodness. So my favorite thing to read I do once a year in audio is Relentless by Tim Grover. He was Kobe Bryant's coach and Michael Jordan's coach. And that is my all-time favorite. I recommend it to everyone. That's my all-time.
I have listened to that. What's his name?
Tim Grover.
I've listened to that and it's pretty intense. And he talks about like the difference of like a playmaker to a
cleaner, closer. A closer. And there's another one I can't remember.
Yeah, what's the one that's top level? And he talks a lot about that relationship with Michael Jordan and what that was like, and him and Kobe Bryant. And that. Yeah, it was like past a closer. It was like they were like a killer. What was that term anyway?
A closer, and I cannot remember it for the life of me.
A cleaner.
Yes. And then there's another book that I'm reading now. It's about parallel universes by Brian Greene, and it's something reality. Hold on. It is A Hidden Reality about parallel universes. I love parallel universe books. Just you never know.
I'm writing this down. Who wrote that one? I love
Brian Greene.
Brian Greene.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he on 90210?
I think that was no.
Oh, Brian Austin Green. Sorry.
It's
Oh,
okay.
Eric.
I remember this. I remember the original. I'm reading that, and I'm also reading How Happiness Happens by Max Lucado.
Yeah, I've listened to that, and that's a great book. You know, we sometimes sit around and wait to be happy, and you know what? You create your happiness.
Right.
I'm big on like thoughts or things. You know, I'm big on you know what you think about, you bring about, and the law of attraction, and so many people miss that. And you know, like I said, regarding that Max Lucado book, you know, you want to be happy. Go find your happiness. It's out there. You just got to go look for it.
And don't look for it in someone else. Find it in yourself.
Right. Kellen and I've had this conversation about action, and action is greater than you know. People can, I'm a thought leader. Well, screw that. Don't be a thought. Be a thought and takes action leader, because the problem is happiness isn't being paralyzed on your couch.
Right.
Exactly. And so many people become paralyzed to what their thoughts are, and they overthink. This should be that way, or this should be that way, or this could have been that, or this should be there. I should be with, and instead of just getting out and going and, you know, spraying some spray stuff on their butt, on their, you know, bikini bottom.
Their glue?
Yeah, spray glue.
Spray glue. So I have a question for you both.
Yes.
Tell me how long both of you have been doing podcasts or interviews like this.
17 years.
Oh, you liar. It just feels like 17. Well, this is the second season of Chelle Kelle, and I think we've done 35 episodes.
That's awesome.
And then I did a year with the Ignite Your Wow, and that's probably another 30 episodes.
Julie's like, oh, that's cute. I've been podcasting.
I know she's been doing this for like 5 million.
I haven't.
Episodes.
No, I actually would love to start a podcast at some point. I just not yet. I haven't built the confidence muscle for that yet.
You know, that's
well,
it's
Eric,
funny.
You've been doing the penalty box.
Well, to answer that question, I mean, I think it's kind of come in different areas for me. You know, when COVID hit, from a work standpoint, we did a live show Monday through Friday for a year and a half on Instagram.
That's awesome.
And it was incredible. And then you can look it up, and we haven't done one in a while, but we have bedtime stories with Elena, and I think there's 70 episodes, and it's literally me making up a story in bed with my daughter, and they're just so silly, ridiculous. And then we did the penalty box live, and you know, one of the things about that, you know, our buddy Randy Chafee, who pre-COVID, we're all in this COVID hits, we're all in this mastermind group together. And Randy's a guy that had never done live. He'd never even done like instant messenger, like video chat.
He barely sent messages. Yeah.
And now here he is today, this week at a show.
Right now.
I think in Vegas. And here's this guy who I said, you know, you went from being one dimensional of like, he had his booth, right? And now here he is with a booth, and he's
vignettes.
He's literally interviewing people, posting it on Facebook, and it's just, and you know who else is doing that at his show this week? No one. Nobody's doing that. And
powerful.
I've said this for a long time. I think video is just the future. And Dave Rev Ciencio, I believe what Eric says, unless it comes to sports. Thank you very much.
Hi, Dave.
Rev shaved his head today for a little promo where I'm involved with. He's doing a restaurant summit that I'm going to be speaking at with him, and he shaved his head to promo this thing today. And he had hair down to here, and it was pretty. I love Rev. Rev is amazing. He's a guy I met through COVID, and he is just pure gold, and I love him to death. And his wife is so out of his league, it's ridiculous, but totally different story. So, but Julie, to your point though about podcasting, there's that Anchor app. You download the Anchor app, and it is so silly easy to do a podcast. It's just silly easy.
I'm going to try it. And when I do, and I'm up and running, I'm going to interview you both.
I would love to be on there.
There's my invitation for you.
And have a little more like forewarning of what we're going to talk about.
And it doesn't matter if you tell him what you're going to talk about. He's going to talk about what he wants to talk about anyway.
That's
so just be
perfect.
prepared.
But that's life. Sometimes you just got to roll with it.
It'll be fun.
And that's part of the onstage question in pageantry. You never know what they're going to ask.
Yeah.
Well, I know we are running up against the hour here, so I always come with something that's been on my mind, and right now it is this, and we kind of hit on it a little earlier, but we as like just people. We've got to be ourselves, because we get so worried about what someone else thinks about what we're doing. And the reality is they don't give a shit about you. They're not, they're so worried about what you might think about them. And yet we paralyze ourselves to what everyone thinks, and it holds us back. And it's so stupid. And it just, and the sooner you can learn. So I mentioned this last week, I think, in our mastermind group, is that we get judged if we're successful. We get judged if we fail, right? And the people who don't get judged are the people that don't do anything.
Right.
Exactly.
I want to be judged for being successful, or I want to be judged for failing, because if I fail, I learn from it. I get better and I get better and I get better. One of the misses we have in life is we think if we fail at something at work that we tried, we're going to get fired. You're not going to get fired.
No.
Take the chance. Take the risk. Life is about taking a chance and going out and doing something different. I had a friend that shared a post the other day about, I feel like every day when I get up, I'm doing the same thing every day, and this is awful. Well, do something different. Even if it's driving to work, going on a different route. Do something different. That's what life's about. Life's about taking a chance, and life's about action. And life is not about paralyzing yourself. And life is damn sure not about worrying about what anyone else thinks about you, because you have to go to bed and put your head on your pillow and know that you did what you needed to do. That's why.
It's just like move 2,200 miles. Just move.
But and this is Rev. I want to be judged for trying better every time and knowing where to get a great burger, and that is true story.
Burgers
but
are important.
Dave is a guy that you know lives by, you know, some of the laws of you know. Anyway, but check out Rev. Rev is
awesome.
Yeah, Rev is incredible, and I love the guy. And but we've got to quit worrying about what people think, because they're worrying about what we think. And it's so stupid.
Nobody's thinking about us anyways.
I wish there was a way to teach the younger generation to not care.
Thinking about Julie all the time now.
I don't buy it.
Oh my gosh.
Stop staring at me.
Kellen, I'm staring at Kellen. This is your show. Are we what are we doing here? Because
interrupt me.
Sorry.
No,
we're having fun.
No, you're fine. No, all I was saying was that I wish there was a way to teach this to our younger generation and not wait till you're in your late 40s, 50s.
Well, there is. You know what? I have conversations with my 24-year-old son about that all the time. We had lunch Tuesday and no Monday, because I told him the Bachelor wasn't on Monday night. We had lunch, and but you've got to just tell your kids. It has to be almost like from a place of a very firm conversation. Like, look, Johnny over here doesn't give a shit about what you're doing.
Right.
Quit worrying about him.
So true.
Julie, I'm getting fired up now. So
it's okay.
We've got to talk about it with our kids. That's how it happens. You talk about it with your kids. And you know what? You talk about it with your spouse, and you talk about it with people that are in your sphere of influence. Don't worry about what they think. They don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. That's how
they don't pay your bills. Don't worry about that.
Right.
I always say I'm not worried about what people think, because they don't know what they're thinking about themselves.
Right. Bingo. That's how you end the show.
Can't get any better than that.
Yeah. That's it. God,
so Julie, thank you so much for being here. We're so honored, and it was so fun. Eric, thank you for stepping in and being my co-host.
I'm not even wearing pants.
I know you're not. I thought we would almost go the whole show without people knowing that, and I also want to say a quick thank you to all the people that have been sending me messages about Gus, my pug. He's out of the vet, and he does have heart failure, but he's on medication and he's comfortable, and that's all that matters. So thanks everybody for your thoughts. And thank you to Goodwin Graphics, one of our first sponsor. Thank you, Blue Sky Video Productions. Thank you, Eric, with the loofah information and cards that wow. So you want to wow your clients, be sure to give me a call or send me a message. So have a great time, and we'll see you next week. And Michelle, hope you feel better.
Julie, do you know what I love about you?
What?
Everything. I'm done. I'm out.
Likewise. Thank you both so much. I had so much fun, and I look forward to this again.
Thank you.
Love you all. Thanks for watching, everyone. Go follow everyone too.